can't see that. But there's the sunrise behind me. We've got 5 minutes. The exact time it takes to get to the beach. Let's go. All right. We are about to go to the beach. I always start the light a little bit earlier so that my friends can come and see that, that when the sun rises. Ready, Debbie Sue? Bring, 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 bring. Someone watching this is like, what the hell is she on? I don't care, it doesn't matter. Ready? We're trying to shake this up. Ready? And Debbie Sue would say, shake, shake, shake. No, she wouldn't say. She'd say, twist and shout like you did last summer. Twist again, twist and shout. And I go, shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. There's a little bit left. Shake, 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 shake. There's a method to my madness. Okay. All right. Got to put you down because we're driving. And we have Debbie Sue. There you go. Hey, Debbie Sue, how you going? Hey, Matt, how you going? Oh, dear. Okay, let's go, guys. We've got 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes to get to the beach. No stress, right? Because even if we don't see the sunrise from the beach, we're going to see the sunrise anyway, Dora. So just calm your farm, right? Why do you put so much pressure on yourself, Dora? Chill the hell down. There's a full moon up on one side, guys. And then we've got the sunrise going on the other side. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, guys, it is 6:36 a.m. and at 6:39 a.m. the sun rises. So the sun is sleepy, just like I wanted to stay in bed this morning, I'm going to be honest. Did want to stay in bed. And for like just a fraction of a minute, I was like, stuff it. It's Wednesday, let's just stay in bed and scroll on the phone like all you guys do. So I'm a little jealous right now, guys. But I put my big girl pants on and went, no, Dora, you're prepared for this. You even got your clothes ready the night before. That's what I've been doing, guys. This has been a very productive week, guys. Can everyone just give me a pat on the shoulder? Okay, I'm just doing it myself. I have had a very productive week because I have, the night before, got myself organised. That is the key, I reckon. That is the key to being organised, is to get yourself ready the night before. Hear it here, guys. This is now becoming the organisational channel. Please don't come to my channel for organisational tips. You'll never get them. Okay, guys, what I see right now is a sky of absolute pink. Debbie Sue, I know, I see you wearing pink quite a bit. Like your last video, you were wearing a pink shirt. Now, let me just tell you a story, Debbie Sue. Like, I know we don't know each other personally, as in like face to face, but we've become good friends, right? And we call each other kindred spirits. And I was in the shop the other day. I work in an op shop, a few different op shops with my job. And op shop is the thrift shop. So I come past, I look at a lot of clothes, okay? That's why I have a clothes problem. Now, I was looking at a shirt and it was a beautiful pink jumper. It was a thin jumper, like a long sleeve shirt, really. But it had a beautiful decoupage or like embroidery around the neck. And it said to me straight away, that's a Debbie Sue jumper. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And I went, that is Debbie Sue. And you know what, Debbie Sue? The jumper that you were wearing yesterday, I know it was your jumper. It wasn't really, it was like your Debbie Sue, Simply Debbie Sue, your shirts that you're going to be wearing for your live stream. I thought that's what it was, wasn't it? I can't remember. What exactly were you wearing yesterday? There was, whatever you were wearing yesterday, you just went, oh my God, that is the shirt I picked up, kinda, nearly. So it was like, I felt like, I mean, obviously coming from Australia, you can't send things. Things are so expensive, guys. I sent something to Jazz over Christmas. It cost me $27 Australian to send, plus I had to buy the present. It was ridiculous. So unfortunately, I ain't sending anything from Australia. It's ridiculously priced Australian. Oh, because I was thinking for a second, I should send it to Debbie Sue. It's so Debbie Sue. But then I saw her wearing a shirt or something. It looked like that yesterday. I was like, Debbie Sue doesn't need a pink shirt from Dora. She's got many pink shirts. But the sky looks like that right now. Oh my gosh, guys, we are going to see an amazing sunrise. I love sunrises when there's clouds because it just looks animated, right? Like probably me right now with a beanie on my head. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Parking, parking, parking. I can't wait. Oh, the sky. Oh, yeah. Okay, ready? 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 I'm excited. Ready? Pretty nice, eh? Let's go. Let's go. Tripod. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, just in time. Ready? Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness, guys. I don't know who's here. I don't have time to look because I'm just in awe of the sunrise, guys. I am in awe of the sunrise. This is why I got out of bed, guys, to see this beautiful moment. Hello, sunrise. Hello, hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you, universe. And if you can see those little things coming across, that's the swimmers coming across. Always take this opportunity to say, to ask you what you're grateful for today. I can see CL there. Hello, CL. Hey, Kirsty. How you going, Kirsty? Hello, the something. Hello, how are you? I've been gabbing on while I've been driving. And Yesim. Hello, hello, Yesim. Matt is retracting messages. What is going on with Matt? Why is Matt retracting messages? And terrible times. Have a great day. Wow. I love when the light comes towards you. It's going up. I'm in southeast Queensland in Australia, so it is 6:41 a.m. and this is the sunrise. The sunrise over an island. There's an island there called Moreton Island. So the sun started rising at 6:39 a.m. and by the time it gets over that little island, we start seeing the sunrise. That's Moreton Bay, and I live in a place called Redcliffe. And I should probably start there. I'm really grateful that I live here, right? I could have been born in Indonesia. My life would be completely different if I was born in Indonesia. That's something to think about. I mean, it's debatable if that's, I should be grateful for that. But, considering Indonesia is a third world country and I see how hard it is for my cousins and my aunts in Indonesia to live and to survive, I think I'd be right to say that I'm grateful that I was born here. Hey, Pam. How you going, Pam? Welcome in. Geez, we've got the Canadians, we've got the Americans, and we've got the UK people. I don't know. Do we have an Australian in the chat? Do we have an Australian in the chat? Do we have a New Zealand person in the chat? The other day I had someone from Ireland in the chat, guys. I had someone from Ireland in the chat. I've never had anyone from, oh, sorry, not Ireland, Iceland. Iceland. I had someone from Iceland in the chat. That was crazy. It's Nicholas. Good morning, Nicholas. How you going, mate? Okay, guys, this is my opportunity to say I need to do my thankfulness. So we have to do a jumping for joy, right? We have to put our hands up in the air and be grateful. So while I'm there, you can look at sunrise. I'd love to know in the chat what you're grateful for. Debbie Sue. Twist and shout like we did last summer. Twist like we did last summer. Twist, 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 a twist, twist, twist. I do believe there's people laughing at me up at the boardwalk. If you can't laugh at yourself, what are you doing, right? I love that, guys. That is so beautiful. Well, welcome to Wednesday morning, guys. For most of you guys, this is the future. And guess what? The future is bright. The future is bright. Iceland is a place I want to look. Yeah, Pam, I'd love to go to Iceland too. But it's so expensive, Pam. It's like ridiculously priced. Like just a week in Iceland could cost you nearly 20,000 Australian dollars. And that's probably very similar to Canadian money. It's like ridiculous. And like that's like doing it conservative, like, not even expensive stuff. Like staying in the fancy hotels or anything. Seen sparkles. That's a nice thing to say. I guess you can see sparkles, can't you? Never thought of it like that. So, guys, this is the sunrise. I know a lot of people come here and think it's a sunset. I'm on the other side of the world in Australia, southeast Queensland to be precise. This is Moreton Bay in front of us. And isn't this absolutely beautiful? Like you've got the tide just lapping on the beach. Debbie Sue, this is one of those moments that, I wish I had the drum to like do a little drumming. I mean, I do have it, it's in the car. Maybe, Debbie Sue, one day we could do a drumming session together. I know Doran's talked about doing a drumming session. Maybe that we can get the three of us doing a drumming session together. Now, I know Debbie Sue doesn't like to do live streams. So maybe, Debbie Sue, we could do like I do a drum session and I organise it with you and you can do a drum session at home and maybe you can film it for your own YouTube channel instead of being on the live stream, because I know you don't particularly want to be on a live stream. Yeah, it's an awesome view, isn't it, Nicholas? Well, we do have an Australian to the house, guys. Just before you came in, Nicholas, I said we need an Australian to the house. We got an Australian. What is that noise? We have a loud motorbike. I am not a motorbike fan, guys. Is anyone a motorbike fan? I am not a fan. I think they're dangerous. And it's not because, well, yes, there is, because there are some drivers that are just silly. Gonna be honest, let's face it. Just like the people that drive cars can be silly. But the thing is, though, if they're silly in a car, they've got a more chance to survive. If they're silly on a motorbike, they have less chance to survive. I'm thinking of their life, like their life, right? Unfortunately, the risks are higher when you ride a motorcycle. So in saying that, I have many friends that ride motorcycles and they're very, very safe. But it's the dickheads that, drive cars that accidentally cut them off. So, it's not just about the motorcycle. It's sometimes about, the obstructions that you can hit if you're a motorbike. I just think, life is so precious that why up the ante? Although, people could say, well, Dora, life is so precious. Why do you up the ante and go backpacking solo? Like, that's dangerous. I guess it's like, and then people would maybe listen to this chat will go, oh, God, Dora, like, don't be so like judgmental. Riding a bike, motorbike is safe. So I guess it's perspective, right? My perspective on motorbikes is not great. And maybe someone's perspective in the chat might be like, yeah, Dora, I would never travel by myself. That is dangerous. Okay, Debbie Sue. No, I've lost 2 brothers to motorbike accidents. Okay, that's way too extreme. How do you lose okay, that's mean I'm not saying how do you, but that's really, really sad. So because Virginia is full of mountains, your brothers were like joyriders that used to go up and down the mountains. I don't know, I'm making it up now. But that's very uncanny. I don't that's not the right word. You know the word I'm trying to think of. Like that's just well, it's unbelievable that you'd lose 2 brothers to the same kind of, bike. Okay, I'm sorry I mentioned that. I know that probably doesn't bring back nice memories for you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, the sound of the motorbike for me is just annoying. And someone could say the sound of my voice is really annoying too. Again, perspective, right? And I think the world is made up of perspective. Diego's brother lives in Sweden. He married a Swedish lady. And in Sweden, you can imagine they've got long open roads, very twisty, mountainous. I mean, you've got some of the most beautiful mountains in Norway, right? And it's perfect for riding motorbikes. So he's got a motorbike license and he loves to go motorbike riding with his children. And he comes back to Australia every now and then. And he's he wants to come back to us. Well, he wants to come back to Australia for my partner, Diego's 50th birthday. So Diego is 2 years young, no, 3 years younger than me actually. And so he will be turning 50 in, what is he this year? 50. Oh my God, he's 48 this year. So a couple more years. And he reckons, well, Diego's brother wants to come back and take Diego for a 50th joyride and like both hire bikes and do a bike ride somewhere. And he keeps on encouraging Diego to buy a motorbike. And I'm like, please don't buy a bike. I mean, you can do what you want because obviously he can't stop me doing what I want, right? Like if he said to me, hey, you shouldn't travel overseas by yourself, that's dangerous. I'm still going to do it, right? So I really shouldn't. I mean, I tried it not so judgy, but I've said to him, I've pleaded with him and said, hey, look, I just don't. I mean, first of all, I don't trust Diego on a motorbike because Diego is a little. Look, Diego is amazing at what he does, right? But I just don't think his fine motor skills on reaction and stuff like that on a motorbike, you need to be, wow, like bang on, right? But it's not just about you on a motorbike, it's about the cars and the terrain. So anyway, it gives me the absolute, worries thinking about, I guess my brother-in-law really pushing his, because he wants to ride a motorbike in Australia and, he wants someone to do it with. So he's obviously trying to get, his brother to do it with him. And Diego has never had any want to get a motorbike ever. And the only reason he's kind of, entertaining the thought is, oh, what a cool 50th birthday, like let's go joyriding, which it is quite ideal. Like, I mean, if you think, okay, well, wouldn't that be nice? Go, I mean, personally, me, I wouldn't think that. But for a guy, if there's a guy in the chat, Nicholas, I mean, I know you share the same idea. But like, if you're turning 50, I know you're not turning 50 for a while, Nicholas, calm down, I know. But like, is that idyllic? If you have a brother, I don't know if you have a brother or not, but say, hey, brother, let's go on a joyride for your 50th birthday. Maybe that is an idyllic kind of thing to do, but it gives me the absolute worries. Matt was here, Nicholas. I don't know what happened. He retracted his messages a couple of messages ago. No one was hit by a car. The other one ran off the end of the middle of the, oh my God. I missed what the first one happened. Sorry, Debbie Sue, I don't really want you to retract that, but ran off the road in the middle of the night. Oh man, that's horrible. Dean hit a pothole on his motorbike and permanently damaged his knee. So glad he no longer has one. Okay. I'm sorry that had to happen, that he had to get rid of his motorbike, right? Now he's permanently got a bad knee. But on the upside, Kirsty, he still dances really well, just saying. Sorry, I shouldn't make a joke of that. I'm sorry, Kirsty. But you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to lighten the mode and turn it into dancing, right? It's always about dancing. Life is dance. I know that we're having a serious conversation, guys. I'm sorry. But big hugs there, Debbie Sue. I can't imagine what it's like to have lost two brothers to very similar circumstances around a motorbike. So I'm guessing if your husband came home with a motorbike, you would absolutely shoot him. Actually, you probably wouldn't shoot him. You'd probably sabotage the bike. You'd go out in the middle of the night. This is Debbie Sue, guys. Debbie Sue would go out in the middle of the night with a knife and she would stab the tyres. I'm sorry. But can everyone imagine Debbie Sue doing that? No, I think Debbie Sue would just sit there and go, you bring that motorbike home, you're not coming home. That's what Debbie Sue would say. Nicholas got here. The last time I was in Brisbane, those Lime scooters were everywhere. I would not be joyriding on a motorbike. Never. Yes, he does, Dora. You're right, Dora. I would. Exactly. I could see you doing that in the middle of the night. And you know what? If that ever happens to Diego, I'll be doing exactly the same. And you know what? If two motorbikes turn up at my house one day, I would do them to both motorbikes. I mean, I probably wouldn't, I'd be very frowned upon by the brother-in-law, but I'd go, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. That is not a knife in my pocket. Yeah, those Lime scooters. So I'm sure everyone's familiar with the scooters that are popping up on most cityscapes at the moment. That you have an app and then you got to, you can hire the scooters. Interestingly enough, I think Melbourne and Sydney took them away because they're way too dangerous. But Brisbane is still like a very smaller little town. We still have the scooters and they are an absolute nightmare. You hear, unfortunately, the stats are not good, that, people are dying left, right and centre from those scooters because they're not made for travelling very far. They're cheap, dodgy scooters and people just don't know how to ride them. I will admit I've been on them once and I did not enjoy it. It was a bit of peer pressure. One of my guy friends said, let's go, let's have an adventure. And of course, Dora's like, yeah, let's have an adventure. And he's like, yeah, let's get scooters. I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, where's the Dora in you? I'm like, I don't want to die. And I said, plus I also like my knees where they are, right? And my skin on my elbows. He goes, you'll be fine. You don't go fast. And he goes, you put a helmet on. I said, I don't care about my head. I said, I care about my, my toes and my arms and my fingers. I need like a full armor on, gloves, bum pads, leg pads, knee pads. He's like, come on, you just get on the goddamn thing. And I said, okay, but I'm going slow. And I putted like really slow. And I won't do that again, guys. I actually hate them. I hated it. I mean, I'll just tell you this. It was fun, but every moment I was watching everyone around me, like kids walking in front of me, because if a kid walks in front of you, you've got to slam on the brakes and then you go flying over the handlebars. I mean, if you were going fast, I wasn't going fast. I was going like 5 kilometres an hour. But still, that's enough to fly off, to fall off the side and hurt my little tootsies. And also, guys, add injury to it. I wasn't even wearing proper shoes. I was wearing like sandals. They weren't thongs that, I always talk about, not sandals. They were like, fancy sandals. All right, guys, that was a beautiful sunrise. Thank you, Good Universe. That was absolutely beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that, guys, because I was sharing to myself on my, when I first started the live. Oh, well, I'm not sharing to myself because, some people watch my videos on replay. Hi, how are you? Marie? Good morning, Marie. And Mum. Hey, Mum. If Mum's there, Mum watches. Actually, Mum doesn't watch my replays anymore. She's normally in my live streams. Hey, Mum. Hope you enjoyed that live, that sunrise. It was absolutely beautiful. I bet you it's cold where Mum is at the moment. CL's got here, there are too many motorcyclists here that speed and cut cars off. They scare me. I drive extra carefully every time I see a motorcycle. Love to you all. Oh, thanks, CL. Love to you, mate. Yeah, okay, they're illegal now. Okay, well, actually, guys, I completely forgot. Okay, can someone do me a favor? Can someone do me a favor? Actually, Nicholas, since you do have my phone number, can you send me a text message and say, remember to pinch and punch Diego? This is the thing that Diego and I do every first of the month, and it has been sometimes that I wake up in the middle of the night to get Diego. He's not happy when I do it. Okay, just saying. He says it doesn't count, but it does count, right? Pinching the punch for the first of the month can't get me like the end of the month. I know it's very juvenile, but hey, who cares? Why do kids have all the fun? So anyway, we've both forgot to do it this morning. And I have a feeling when I come back, he's going to sort me out. He'll like literally punch me in the arm and get me. So I need to be ahead of the times, all right? So what I was going to say, the 1st of July here in Australia, they've actually made proper rules about scooters. And guys, you know they're not scooters, they're those fat boy tires. They're electric bikes with big fat boy tires, like big tires. They go zooming up and down my street so much. Okay, thank you, Nicholas. I got the chat text. And can someone remind me at the end of my video, my live stream, that you have to do this? Because in my style, I have my phone on silent so that I don't get random messages and sorry, and random phone calls from lots of people. Yeah, because look, I get spammers all the time ringing me, so I just have the phone on silent. So anyway, long story short, 1st of July, which is today, there's big rules around scooter riding and motorbike those electric scooter things, electric bikes, that you have to be over 16. And I believe you have to have a license. I don't know. There's something about it. Basically, they're cleaning it up. I can't remember the actual details, but basically, the police can actually pull you over and actually confiscate your bike or your scooter. Now, I live on a street. I mean, it's not a long street, but by the time I look out my reverse mirror to make sure that, and down the street that there's no cars coming or no scooters coming, no joke, these scooters are going down my street so fast that by the time I reverse out, I'm nearly hitting one. And it wasn't even in my vision when I was coming down the street, like when I was looking down the street. That's how bad it is. And I do not personally want to hit a scooter. I would absolutely be devastated if I hit someone. I mean, obviously, I'm backing out the car, so I'm not going that fast, but still, that's enough damage to, break someone's leg or run over someone's head, like, God forbid. Okay, I need to touch wood here, guys. Touch wood. Like, honestly, it's my worst nightmare. And it's a lot of people's worst nightmares because their scooters just they're just so fast and no one sees them. And scooter people just don't seem to have any brain cells between them. And they think they're like, that they're going to live forever. And unfortunately, they're finding out they don't live forever. A lot of young people have died. A lot of young people have permanent injuries, just like, um, poor Dean on a motorbike, obviously not being stupid. He was actually, just driving a motorbike like a normal person or like a normal motorbike rider, hits a bloody pothole. And there he goes. His knee's fucked. Sorry to be graphic. All right, guys, I'm going to put this in the car. And then we're going walking. You want to hang around? I will need those keys. Let's go walking. So welcome in, guys. I don't know. Oh, hey, Susan! And Noah's Link. Susan! What? Hello there, Nicholas. Aren't you having surgery today? Surgery? What surgery? Corey was serene. Hey, Corey. I don't think I've seen Corey for a while. Corey, you're from, I think, Western Australia. If I have got the right Corey. Otherwise, welcome in. Susan! Susan had a better sleep last night, guys. We've been worried about Susan. That little young Jasper has been keeping our Susan up, or not up, well, sometimes up, is getting her up way too early, right? Susan, is it still raining? I think you said it was still raining, right? Honestly, guys, this is absolutely so beautiful. Absolutely so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh, first timer. Oh, well, welcome in, first timer. Are you from Australia? We have two Australians in the house. We have someone from Virginia, Debbie Sue. We have Kirsty from the UK. We have Pam from Canada. Where are you representing today from the Olympics? I'm joking, but you know what I'm saying. Where are you representing from today? And you don't have to tell us. Some people don't like to say where they're from, and that's fine. Oh, you're from Canada too. We've got 2 Canadians in the house. And we've got CL from like near Florida. She's from Florida. So we've got even people representing different states in America, because there's a few states in America, right? You really just got to do some deep breathing when you see these kind of sunrises, I got to say, and stop talking. Hey, that's probably another thing. There is a lot of seaweed here at the moment. The last couple of days we've been walking down here, the end of the beach where we go to not hit, but like to, lightly tap Lavender's Rock. It has been covered with seaweed or seagrass. So it's interesting. And we're walking quite slow, guys, because the sand is hard to walk on this section. Higher. Okay, that's cheating, I know, but that's your knees, guys. It's hard to work. Okay, here, this is easy to walk here, guys. I know, you're saying, Dora, you're at the beach to exercise. I know, but I feel like I want to walk. I actually want to walk. So I have discovered, so Debbie Sue, remember that walk I did the other day, that new walk I found on Sunday? It's a new walk that's just opened up in the last month here in southeast Queensland. It's not amazing, but it's amazing, if that makes any sense. It's a completely paved walk, which is very expensive to create, but it's a really good creation for people that, need to walk on stable ground, right? Everyone is a hiker. Not everyone has great mobility. And, if someone was in a wheelchair or a walkie and craving to go into nature, this is the kind of place that you can go. So, in one hand, it's a really good creation. On the other hand, it's a very expensive creation when across the road from this park is people living homeless in tents. So, it's a contrast. But let's concentrate on the walk. It's now created, and Dora's going to walk there. So yesterday afternoon, I finished work near that location. I thought, you know what? I love a little cheeky walk after work before I have to sit in the car for half an hour. So I went for a walk and I absolutely loved it. I was looking for koalas. Newsflash, so you don't have to go look at the live stream. Not that you would go back and look at the live stream. I didn't see a koala, but I have faith. I have faith that I'm going to find a koala. So anyway, long story short, there's probably going to be some more live streaming from me in the afternoon. And now look, I don't get many people on the live streams, but I made a few friends yesterday, guys. I made a few friends. A guy called, a girl, I don't know, not sure, Flutter. We were having a great conversation. So like, Susan, I know that you are time poor at the moment, but I also know that Susan is needing to do some live streams to get some extra hours. So I know that we don't like, oh my gosh, guys, is that not beautiful? Oh, that is beautiful. I absolutely love the rays coming out of the sun there. I just think when you look at that, you think anything's possible, right? If you're going through some health conditions, anything's possible. If you're tired, anything's possible. If you're happy, anything's possible. Just, even whatever you're going through your life, I think when you see a sunrise like that or the sky like that with the rays coming out, I just think it feels like there's hope in this world. And I think we all have to have hope, right? It doesn't have to be a religious hope, whatever you believe in. But I just think, if you can look up at the sky and see the sun beaming down at you, and I know it's harder sometimes, like for example, Susan is in the rain. It's not probably going to be a sunrise like that down there at the moment. But at least you can look at mine. I'm going to let you, Susan, this is yours to look up at the sky and go, everything's going to be fine. Susan's going to get through her day. She's going to find the energy to edit a video, do all the tasks that she needs to do on the farm, do some writing on a book. What's today? Wednesday. She doesn't normally do a live stream, but maybe she'll come back in the afternoon and do a live stream. Like I was saying, Susan, I know, yeah, like we've both talked about when you do live streams in the afternoon, like a lot of our American friends are asleep, our Canadian friends are just waking up. Not Canadian friends, I mean our UK friends are just waking up. It's never a really good time. And our Australian friends, well, there's not many Australian friends, right? Because the market in YouTube is not very full of Australians. It's mainly full of Americans. So when you do live streaming, if you can do a live stream at the times that Americans are in like awake, then you get more watch hours, right? And then more watch hours means, if you're monetized, you get a little extra income. But I personally love doing live streams anytime. It doesn't matter. I mean, I love talking to my friends, and a lot of my friends are in this chat right now, right? Individually, you guys all know, I class you as my friends. But, there's something interesting when you do live streams. I know Kirsty and Dean are going to start doing live streams, but I just challenge you guys to say that, you don't need to do live streams when you think that there's everyone going to be online, because something really interesting happens when you do live streams when there's not everyone around, right? You actually have to improvise. You have to, I know it's a bit weird just standing there talking to yourself, but, and maybe I am weird, I actually enjoy it. Okay, that could be more about my personality than anything else. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that you do actually meet people. There is a lot of long silences, like, a good 10 minutes with no one there. It's all right, Dora can survive. And then sometimes you get talking to someone. I was talking to some person, yeah, Flutter. Where were they from? I can't remember. They were from Oklahoma, actually. Yeah, so we had a good old conversation. And then someone came in, and I kind of might have put my foot in it. I was talking about how I love looking for koalas, right? And they were saying, yeah, they love koalas too. But, it's not the same looking at a koala in a zoo. And I said, yes, exactly. Seeing an animal in the wildlife is amazing. And then I started going on a rant, how Dora does, about, those stupid poachers that, go to Africa and, think it's all right to, kill an elephant and then do, selfies with a dead elephant. And that's when he went a bit quiet. He goes, hey, don't look at my channel. He goes, you won't like it. I went, oh, okay. So that was the end of that conversation. So that was interesting. But yeah, before that, we were having a pretty good conversation, actually. So yeah, like I said, like if you love a chat, which obviously I do like a chat, but does it represent watch hours? Yeah, not really. But, for shits and giggles, Susan, I dare you. Actually, Susan, I was thinking, you do a lot of your live streaming on a horizontal live stream, right? Because it does look more cinematic and it does look better on your backgrounds in your yard, and look, your yard's amazing. But when you do vertical live streams, you do get a lot more randoms in the chat. And these randoms turn into people, right? Like, I'm going to be honest, Nicholas was a random, Matt was a random. I purely met Nicholas and Matt through live streaming. That's it. I would never have met them any other way. So, there is value in, like doing the live streaming. I mean, yes, you get a few trolls, but as I said, I just ignore trolls. And I guess that's why I have to have a couple of moderators to get rid of the trolls if they're annoying people in the chat. But otherwise, I'm not insulted. Call me ugly all you like, I don't care. It's more about you guys. I mean, it's more about the person saying it, right? If they have to tell someone on a live stream that they're ugly, then they're probably feeling pretty damn ugly themselves. And I kind of feel sorry for them. So, I'm not insulted. It takes a lot to insult me though. But I do understand that trolls do annoy my people, my friends in the chat, especially if they're talking about subjects that are not very nice. So that's why I have to have a couple of moderators. But in saying that, guys, I am not unhappy about getting rid of everyone as moderator. I'm sorry if you're upset about that. But I actually have met way more people. My chat looks a lot more healthier, as in happier. Okay, see guys, I can't go any further. It is a sea of seagrass. Lots of grass. Dora, I subscribe to your channel. Really? Thank you, Noah Link UK. So I'm guessing you're from UK. I'm guessing. And you've got a UK sign there on your little profile there. So you're from the UK. Are you a creator? I'm sure everyone has asked you. Are you a creator? Are you a live stream watcher? Tell us about your channel. Give us a rundown of your channel. If you are a creator, I obviously don't need to give us a rundown if you're not a creator. There's my friend Tony. Will you say hello? Tony. Nah, he's on a mission. Okay, I'm going to stop and have a drink of water. Hello, Red Bull Princess. So, let me just talk about... Oh, so Susan's got yes, Noah's Link is a creator. Oh, cool. What do you create about, Noah? What do you create about? Let us know. Because, there might be someone in this chat that is looking for exactly, exactly what you do. So, let's link you up. You have 3 channels. Oh my goodness. How do you do it? I can't even keep up with one. Okay, tell us your channels. Come on. Noah's, no, I thought it was Noah's Link. It's not Noah's Link. It's Noah in UK. Okay. I think a lot of my friends in the chat know that I don't read properly and I just read what I think I see in the middle of my walking. I thought it says Noah's Link, but now I see it's Noah's in UK. So Noah's in UK. So I'm going to guess one of your channels about you walking around the UK. You traveling around the UK. You on a motorbike. I bet you any money you're on a motorbike. You travel on a motorbike because Big Brother's watching, right? We were talking about motorbikes before, and somehow the algorithm has said, you know what, Noah in UK, you need to go to this live stream because they're talking about motorbikes. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, you need to take your lordship out to the bathroom. Oh, your lordship. Oh, Susan, you're going to look back in about 6 months' time and laugh about this time of your life, Susan. And you'll have better sleep in 6 months' time, okay, Susan? Oh, Susan. I shouldn't say Susan, I said, oh, Jasper. But at the same time, we're all going, oh, puppy. Little Jasper puppy. Hey, guys. What? I'm right? Yeah, you're right. Am I seriously right, Noah? Are you just going to pacify me and just go, yeah, she's right? Is one of your channels about you riding a motorbike around the UK? Are you serious? Because I was being very sarcastic, if you couldn't tell in my voice. My friends in the chat would know that I was being sarcastic. But I was talking about motorbikes. Weren't we talking about motorbikes in the chat, guys? This is what I'm saying. Isn't it interesting? So everyone knows on Facebook, if you're thinking about something on Facebook, the next ad will be about that thing. Like I said, Big Brother is watching. I don't know how he knows what I'm thinking, but it's very, very scary. Okay, more than anything, it's more about what you're writing in the chats, or you're talking about, or you're emailing, or you're Googling. For example, I've been trying to find a gorilla trip. So obviously I'm going to Africa in a couple of months, and I would like to see the mountain gorillas in Uganda. And guess what? I was looking at not even on I was on the internet. I was looking on Google at an Intrepid trip. I'm not even going to do the Intrepid trip, but I was talking about it on someone. Actually, I was doing a Zoom call with someone in South Africa, and she was talking about Intrepid. I didn't even open the Intrepid thing, but she emailed it to me. I didn't even open it. And guess what? Now I'm all over Facebook. I'm getting Intrepid ads all over my Facebook. There's something in that, guys. There's something in that. Oh, this is the link to Noah. Oh, okay, so you actually are friends already. Can someone tell me what the link is? Is Noah being sarcastic back at me about the motorbikes? I just can't tell. Kirsty said, I find it creepy. Oh, mate, I find it very creepy. Like, the Big Brother watching me thing is, look, honestly, if half of my personality, and I think Kirsty's the same, we have a little bit of the same ethos there, is that I don't think I'd even be on YouTube or social media. Like, for example, Diego completely got rid of everything just recently, in the last 6 months or something, got rid of everything. It's like, you know what? Doesn't sit with my thinking about, Big Brother watching us, digital IDs, all that kind of stuff that are starting to come in. He's like, I'm a bit of a hypocrite by having social media. So he got rid of all of it. And now he has his life back. Dora, on the other hand, is a hypocrite, still has all the things, and is bitching about Big Brother watching me, and suddenly I get ads on Intrepid. So there is something. There is definitely that Facebook, our messages are getting listened to for sure. Absolutely for sure. So just saying, don't ever talk about anything really, really highly personal, like, if you accidentally killed someone in a chat. That's a really bad example. But you know what I'm trying to say, guys? Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. Oh, you do the same. Ah, Kirsty. So something just completely off topic, guys. I just want to, this is more about me, guys, but I just want to, because I know, again, Kirsty is going to eventually, Kirsty and Dean will be doing live streaming. And I know Debbie Sue eventually probably will do live streaming. And I don't know who else is in the chat that might do live streaming. But I just want to tell you something, give you an example of something, how this is how, like, rumours happen, right? And, like, Chinese whispers. I'm not going to name names, right? But I was talking in the chat and I was reading the chat out. It's like, for example, I sometimes will read out, oh, I find it creepy. Now, I didn't say that. I find it creepy sounds like I said I find it creepy. But what I forgot to say was Heart's Humble Homestead said, I find it creepy. So I'm talking in my live stream. I didn't say the person's name who said what I read, but I read something out in the chat. Now, someone on a replay was listening to my listening to my live stream, right? But on a replay, and you've got 24 hours. That chat, you can't actually see the live stream chat. So they're looking at my live stream, hearing me talk. They're not reading the chat. So they think that I just said, I think that's creepy. I'm just using that as an example. I didn't actually say, oh, Kirsty said, I think that's creepy. So it was talking about something around another creator, a friend of mine. And I wasn't speaking smack about my friend, but it kind of sounded like I was, because, no, I wasn't, but anyway, long story short, that person watching the replay went to my friend's video and put a comment and said, hey, blah, 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 blah. And then my friend sent me a message, said, hey, did you say this? And I'm like, huh? I said, no. And then I went, oh, wait on, I did say that, but I didn't say it. I said it was so-and-so that said it. But you know what's happened? I didn't actually say that Kirsty said it's creepy. I just said it's creepy. I find it creepy. So isn't that interesting, guys? Did that just make absolutely no sense to everyone? But I just thought that was a really important message to say. Let me be the guinea pig, guys. That, and look, we're fine. My friend and I, we're fine. She didn't believe it, she didn't think that at all, but she just asked me about it because someone left a comment about it. So if you do live streams, I will tell Susan about it because I know she's going to look after her little prince. And look, Susan's definitely way better at handling her live streams than I am. She reads every comment and she tells, says, Dora said this. I, on the other hand, have always said, I do miss a lot of chat. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, guys, because I'm walking on the beach, I'm exercising, and I probably should be wearing glasses. So I do miss a lot of stuff, and that is on me. So I am kind of trying to clean that up, guys, because that example could have actually started a whole lot of shit. And, I don't want a whole lot of shit. I don't come to YouTube for schoolyard bullying or anything like that. And it kind of sounded like that's what it was. And it was far from it. With all people involved, it wasn't like that at all. So yeah, just you wanted to give you that example. So if you're going to be a budding YouTuber, don't do what Dora does. It actually made sense. Okay. But see, I think, Debbie Sue, you're actually used to my mumbo jumbo. Oh, Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue, I'm sure sometimes goes, What the hell is going on with Dora today? What is she going on with? And I think if you hang around enough, you probably do know what's going on. Jens has got, what is the fault of my eye if I'm unable to see you? That doesn't make any sense, I'm sorry. Jens says, did someone upset me? No, not at all. No one upset me at all. It takes a lot to upset me, guys, I'm going to be honest. So if you're planning to be a troll, one of my lovely little moderators will go, slap, slap. Or I'll slap and get rid of you out of the chat. But I don't do that very often. Mind you, I don't see a lot of the insults that people would say to me. It's normally my friends in the chat that see that first. Dora, you're okay. I'm no, guys. I was just giving you an example. I'm fine. My friendship with that friend is fine. The person that wrote the comment is fine. They weren't actually purposely being, anything bad. But what I was trying to say, guys, is that's how easy it is that things can be misunderstood. And like I said, the way it sounded, I can see why she thought that, or that person thought that, because they were watching it on a replay. So if they're watching on a replay and they weren't looking at the chat, because most chats don't come on to 24 hours later after it's downloaded, they wouldn't have known the context of the conversation. And we have some Australian seagulls, guys. This is Australian seagulls. Unlike any other seagulls in the world, they love fish and chips, because we only have fish and chips in Australia. No one else has fish and chips around the world. Like they use UK people, they don't have fish and chips. I'm joking, guys. Oh, what's wrong with your little footy? Oh, your poor little foot. Oh, the seagull's got a sore foot. Oh no, they're just stretching. They're just stretching. I think you're just stretching. Oh no, I think there's something wrong with his foot. See? Oh. This seagull's having a little bath. Sorry, I just put you on YouTube having a bath. Debbie Sue's got here. I do enough rambling on myself. I completely understand you. Laugh. That's why we're friends, Debbie Sue. That is why we're friends. Can you show your outfit? Yes, I can. That's my outfit. Woo. Thanks for asking. I'm back. I'm back, Susan says. But I put that link up for Noah if anyone was interested. So Noah hasn't really confirmed what he does. What does he do? What are his channels? Why do you have 3 channels? What are they about? I'm curious now, and I can't look them up, right, because I'm on a live stream. And I'm going to be honest, I won't look it up because I don't ever come back to my live streams and look at my chat. Who has the time? So, do us a favour, Noah. I know that you said you subscribed, but if you could go and put a comment on one of my latest videos, just put hi or an emoji. I mean, look, it'd be great if you actually watched a video of mine, but hey, life's not perfect. But if you could just put a hello, that way I can see your channel. Because yes, if you do subscribe, if you're a private subscriber, I will never know that you subscribed. And if you are a subscriber and you're a public one, I'm going to be honest, I don't ever really hardly ever look at my subscribe list to see who has subscribed. So, because I'm curious about your channel. What do you write about? What do you talk about? Do you really talk about motorbikes going around the UK? Because I was being very sarcastic back then. Oldenburger. You are my favourite trans YouTuber. Well, we know where that's going, guys. That's not a very nice thing to say. That's really not a nice thing to say. So if your next comment is something else about that, let's slap you out of here. I just put my first time out, guys. I haven't done that in ages. That felt good. And look, guys, I probably would get to it more often, but it was that I just saw the comment, so I just thought, okay, let's time him out. You hang out with your family. Okay, cool. But what's your other channels about? I know a few of us, think about it from time to time about having a second channel because, there's so much you want to put on your channel and the algorithm says, or the gurus say, niche down, niche down, niche down, niche down. So, but there's no friggin' chance I would ever start a second YouTube channel. Not in my worst nightmare. I mean, that it would be my worst nightmare. No, I'm joking. No chance. I'm just going to plop everything that I do on my channel. And yes, the gurus will say that is terrible, terrible. And I'm sure it is terrible. Did I tell you guys recently? I think I did tell a few of you. There's a big YouTuber. He's on what is that one called? Oh, look, I don't even know the gurus' names. That's how much I care. But anyway, I happened to be bored on a Saturday night, as you are, and I was on YouTube and I saw a live stream by this guru. And he just started his live stream and he was saying, and look, some of you guys might have heard me talk about this before, but let me just, entertain you. Morning, how you going? He was saying, put your link in this little form that he was putting on his, on his comments, and ask us a question about your channel, and I'll help you with growth and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I was just again bored, so I put my channel in there and I put a question. I said, do you think it's going to hurt my channel in growth if I post about, traveling, hiking, walking on the beach, mental health, drumming? I just went on a tangent about literally what I post about. And then I sent it through. And guess what? I was the first person he pulled up. And they do a full on, they not roast you, but they fill up your channel on a live stream. And there was 300-400 people watching. Who knows how many people on the replay. But he's like, okay, Exploradora 80. Okay, I can see that you're from Australia. Okay, he read my bio. And he goes, okay. And he goes, okay, let's see what you post about. He goes, all right, so she's drumming on the beach at sunrise. Cool. And they go, oh, yeah, we love those drums. Debbie Sue loves those drums. She's just got one, a steel tongue drum. And then they go, okay, that's cool. Okay, and then she's posting about looking for koalas. Okay, not really related, but anyway, okay. And then it goes, oh, okay. And then she's posting about she turned 50 something. Okay, that's cool, but again, not related. He goes, do you get what I'm kind of getting at here? That none of your videos are related. What's your niche about? In your bio, said your niche is about travel and that you want to get to 80 countries and that, you do a lot of travel around Australia, like life's an adventure. But he goes, look, I'm going to be honest. He goes, looks like you get a lot of community engagement. That's great. You got some friends. He goes, but I don't see you growing very fast. He goes, with that kind of, with what you're posting is great. Your friends will like to watch that stuff. He goes, but no one else will. He goes, they will join your drumming video and then your next video is about something completely, off task, off topic. So they won't watch that. And then that goes against you in the algorithm because your next video wasn't watched by, a few of your, people that came to your video to watch your dropping videos. So it kind of makes sense. I'm going to be honest. It makes sense. The guru might have, talked to me for a couple of seconds into my soul. But, of course, I did ignore him. And I posted something completely unrelated, like back on topic of actually my channel. And, of course, it didn't go that great. In the, the world of YouTube, it didn't get that many views. It was a video about walking to Singapore. Walking to Malaysia. And it was long. But you know what? This is my new age photo album. I post stuff that I want to look back in 10 years' time and go, crap, Dora, were you stupid enough to walk from Singapore to Malaysia? And you know what? That'll be a great video to watch. So I think the YouTube game is an interesting game. Am I going to make $1 million out of it? Hell no. Do I think I'm going to make $1 million out of it? Hell no. In my egotistical world, yeah, I probably thought I was going to make $1 million. But really, let's be real. Who actually makes a lot of money on YouTube? I don't know. They have to have side businesses. And if you've been, you guys all know Doran from The Source. He talks a lot about that you can have a YouTube platform, but it's only a funnel. He might not have said that in enough words, but that's what he's alluding to. That, it's a funnel. You make friends, and then you have businesses, and then you funnel them through those businesses. And that's how you make your money. See you, Susan. Susan's off to look after the calves. The cows. I can't wait for Susan's calf season. So that's normally at the end of the year. All right, what time we got? 7:43. I think it's time to walk around and get onto one of these huts and do some push-ups. Push-ups, our tries, and our squats. Wow, look at that, guys. Look at that. I think Noah's referring to Susan being sweet. Susan is sweet. That's why she's our sweet friend. Just take that view in, guys. And I'll shut up for a while. Kirsty, I've never asked, how far are you guys from the beach? Kirsty? I might have asked this question before, and maybe I didn't see the answer. You had to go drive to the beach. How far is it? Yeah, I didn't think you were talking about me, Noah, just to be clear. Damn it, there's someone sitting in that hut. Okay, we'll go to the next hut, guys. Oh, 17-minute drive. That's not far. Right, isn't it a nice beach, Kirsty? Do you go to the beach much? Not everyone loves the beach. I know that. Some people don't like the sand between their toes. Obviously, I love the sand between my toes. That's not far at all, is it? I like the sun too, Noah. And I probably have told this story before, but it's interesting. Like, I used to live in when I lived in Mexico. I used to sell timeshare, and we used to work at the timeshare resorts. And the resorts are on the beach, right, on the Caribbean side. So I was working in pretty much it's Tulum. Tulum. I think a lot of people know Tulum, and the whole beach stretch into Quintana Roo in the Mexican Riviera is absolutely phenomenal. The beaches are amazing. And a lot of the people I worked with were obviously Mexican, right? They're locals to the area. And they used to do a lot of trainings in the morning before we started work. And here's Dora, the only Australian in the group. There were a couple of people from the UK, maybe a couple of Americans, but mostly people from Mexico, from, the Mexican Riviera area. And in the training, she said, look, the people that we're talking to are mainly American and Canadians, people from the UK coming to, in this winter time for you guys, coming to Mexico to escape the cold, right? They want to have, a nice, they want to warm up. So they're going to go to the beach. They love it, right? So when you're talking to people in your presentation, selling timeshare, talk about, how long has it been till you've been to the beach? How do you love the beach? Do you like the sand? Are you by the pool? Do you love the colour of the ocean? And, blah, blah, blah. Talking like, making conversation, right? Obviously, I had no issues making conversation. But she said, okay, point blank in this room, when was the last time you went to the beach? And of course, my hand goes straight up. And they go, not you, Dora. You don't count. Because technically I was like on a working holiday. And she knows that I went to the beach every day. She goes, look at you guys. You're all selling the dream. You're selling timeshare resorts, like, coming back to Mexico. And you guys cannot even tell me when the last time you went to the beach. She goes, that is terrible. She goes, go to the goddamn beach. You're telling people to come to Mexico, to come to the beach, and you're not even going to the beach. So it's quite ironic, guys. It was quite funny. So anyway, I don't know why I told you that story, guys. No idea. Can't remember. All right. So we found a hut that's free. And this is my disclaimer bit, guys. Disclaimer. And we have High Plains camper, Steve. How you going, buddy? Disclaimer, I'm not a health and fitness channel. Don't come at me for health and fitness advice. You'll be sadly disappointed. Please don't follow me and do what I do. That is silly. I'm Dora, and this is my body. And if I want to torture it, I should torture it. If I, don't you do the same. Give you an example. My mum saw me doing a squat challenge. Now, my mum is older than me, naturally, and she thought it'd be a really fun idea to do squats. Guess what? She did one squat and hurt herself. For about 6 months, she had a bad knee. So don't ever try to do what I do. Just saying. Now that we've got the disclaimer out of the way, we're getting a bit hot and heavy. We're going to get serious. Okay, you guys can look at, okay, it's not a really great view there, guys. Can't go higher. We cannot go higher. There you go. You can look at that one. That's a bit better view for you. All right. So like most of you do, just ignore me while I do this. I'm going to do 5 sets, 10 reps, 3 different exercises. Ooh. Steve says, fire. When I come back and finish my little, what am I doing here? I have something really important to tell you. I need some help. I'm laughing because you're going to laugh and go, what the fuck? Like, serious Dora, like, what the hell? Let me just put it quick. Let me just set some, let me just intrigue you. The question is around going to the toilet in Africa and that I have under 2 months to get myself ready for it. I'll come back and ask you some questions later, okay? I mean, I'll ask your advice. I do warn you, it's a toilet cost question. We've done one. Nine. You're doing well. Thank you. I'll give you an example. Not an example, but a tip. No, not a tip, a hint. That's all you're getting at this present moment. You have to stick around and wait for what I'm going to ask. Let's go. Let's go. Eight. Oh. Three. I'm really struggling with those those triceps. They dips. They suck. Let's go. One, two, six, eight, nine. Okay, I purposely did that because there was a guy riding past on a motorbike and I'd get a copyright, not a copyright strike, but you get a little hit and YouTube don't monetize your video or you have to take out that little bit. So instead of taking out that little bit, I just mute it and then I don't get the little, message to say, you can't monetize your video because you're playing music that doesn't belong to you. Okay, what am I up to? Oh crap, what did I just do, guys? Oh, it's a 3. Okay, well, number 4, let's go. Okay. I kind of cheated there, guys. I didn't go low enough. I was fasting that up because I was getting frustrated. Slow it down. What a beautiful day. Okay, keep going, Dawn. Keep going. Oh, it's all right to stop. It's all right to stop. Set yourself up again. Technique is better. Four. One more to go. Go to the drink. This is exactly what I need. I'm going to ask you guys in a second to help me. Go to Africa. Okay, just let me finish off my squats. We've got one set go. I've got one set left. Wow. Oh, five. Eight. Oh, oh, one more. Oh, crap. Okay, they hurt, guys. They hurt. They don't hurt, but they hurt to do them. Like they physically, like, don't like them. Don't like them. Okay, finish it off. Finish it off. Jump. Tits up. Stomach in. We've done it, guys, but we've got to finish it off. Before I go to my weird story, Coach Mean Reen, hello. Just popping in. Actually, Coach, I need advice. Coach, are you still there? Calling Coach. Bring, Coach Mean Reen. I have a question for you. I have a question for all of you guys. I need some help. Coach, you're the right person to ask this question for. It's amazing. Perfect timing. Are you still there, Coach? Are you still there, Coach? I think we've lost Coach. Anyway, okay, Coach. Okay. So, Coach, and people in the chat, Debbie Sue, Kirsty, I don't know who. Oh, Noah. Okay, this is my question. So I'm going to Africa in a couple of months, under 2 months actually. Now, in Africa, there are squat toilets. Okay, so we're all familiar with squat toilets: a hole in the ground and a bucket of water. You squat over the hole, and you do your business. I know. I'm taking the question here. Now, Dora has arthritis in her left knee. She's shit at doing squats. Okay, I don't know if you just noticed that. I am very bad at doing squats because my left knee has got arthritis in it. Okay, that's my excuse, and I'm going with it. Okay, so I don't squat very well. So let me paint a picture. Okay, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. Hole in the ground. I have to do a number 1 or a number 2. I can't stand up peeing. Just saying, guys, can't stand up peeing. So how the hell am I going to do this? For me, now I drink a lot of water, so I'm going to wee a lot. And if I need to do a number 2, it's not like I can fall over. Like I'll fall in the hole. So the question is, coach, people in my friendship group, I need to get better at squatting like this. Not these ones, like these ones. And even that hurts. Like I can't hold it for very long. Noah's gone, nice to meet you today. Nice to meet you, Noah. I'm sure I've scared you off with this conversation, but guys, I need some advice. I'm thinking, look, let me be honest, I don't have the money to go to a physiotherapist and help with this because I just don't have the money. I'm saving to go to Africa. It's costing literally an arm and a leg. So I need to get better at doing this, literally. And even that's not low enough. I'm going to pee all over myself. Like the pee will go all down my legs. So it's a problem. I'm sorry, guys. But, who else can I share my problems with? So, coach, you're probably ignoring this conversation going, where the hell is this conversation? Well, it's true. Like in Africa, I might have to go do a squat. If I drink water, I've got to squat. I'm going to drink water. It's Africa. It's hot. Not always hot, but, you've got to drink water. And if I have to do a number 2, I'm in trouble. I was going to say that it seems like you need physical therapy. I know. Okay. So you probably answered my question. I think I'm going to have to, it's like travel insurance. If you can't afford to get travel insurance, you shouldn't travel. So maybe if you can't afford to get therapy, Dora, you shouldn't go to Africa because there are going to be squat toilets. Now, Diego had an idea this morning. So let me just throw this idea at you, okay? I found a stick. So Diego said, because I am going to do a lot of hiking in Africa, so technically I could have a hiking stick. Now Dora loses hiking sticks. This is the problem. I lose my hiking stick. But I have a stick. Let's just practice. People coming to this chat are going, what the hell is going on? Just move on, guys. It's all good. Move on. Okay, we have our stick. It's not a very good stick. I'm not going to help. Okay. So let's do this angle. I've got squats going. Okay, that doesn't help, guys. It hurts. It hurts. That's what I'm saying. I need help. What's Kirsty saying here? My dad has under my dad has under knee support. See, even Diego said that too. It really helps. Runners and hikers use them too. I'll send you. Okay, send me a link because I have the bandage thing that you put over your knee, but it's just like wearing leggings. It's like just. I mean, I could. I do have a big strap-on one. Like it's really bulky. I don't know if I want to wear it, but in the sake of having to go to the toilet and not falling in a hole with a whole lot of poo, I kind of need to do something about this now before I'm there. So let me practice. Stick. I just can't. I know you shouldn't say you can't. You can, Dora. You can. And I guess the starting point would be this, right?
And the issue is, even doing that, holding on to here and getting low, I don't have the proper, like, yeah, as I said, I've lost, because I've got this arthritic knee, I guess I haven't been, I've lost muscle, and that's the problem, right? I need to earn muscle, I need to get the muscle, and I've got under 2 months. So I probably need to go to a physiotherapist. Oh, crap. Yep. I think I've just answered my own question, guys. Thanks for all being there. I mean, like Coach Mean Reen. I mean, if you guys know Coach Mean Reen, she actually runs her own coach fitness channel. Amazing channel. I did my first exercise live stream with her last Thursday, her time, Friday morning, my time. It was amazing. I loved it. Loved it. I will be there this Friday, my Friday, your Thursday. Have you tried what? Turtle Time says here, hi. Have you tried barrack knuckle brawling? I don't know what that means, and I'm not sure if that refers to my knee or something completely different. Noah's, someone says, I like running in London. I've seen it. Okay, thank you. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. So, I mean, I do have a couple of those braces. And I guess I will practice with that at home tonight, tomorrow, this afternoon, and just see what it's like. But, yeah. I mean, a hiking stick's going to be better than a stick, right? It's going to be more stable. But the problem is I will lose a hiking stick. So I just know that's not going to work. And it would be really odd of me to walk around with a stick around Africa. Like, people would be like, what are you doing? I've got to stop saying I can't. I can, right? Change the wording. I can. Okay, I did 10 seconds then. Can I do more than 10 seconds now? Okay, let's stretch in between. Let's help. That might help. Oh. Okay. So I do have a couple of things that will help me here, but it's not going to help me when I need another two. When I do, like, I can stand up peeing. Okay, I don't need to explain how, but I have a little thingy jig that I use that helps stand up pee. So I'm okay. I can match him. I can match. Number two is another story. So this is why I need to get ready for number twos. And if I do a number two, I've got to hold it more than 10 seconds. Just saying. Let's do it again. Let's try it again. Okay, 15 seconds then. Maybe if I could think about it, maybe I could do it better. But technically, if I ate something bad, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be more than 15 seconds. And Diego goes, well, isn't there walls? Have you seen the walls on some of these squat toilets or toilets in general? They're disgusting, right? So, like, you don't want to hold a wall. And sometimes the squat's in the middle of a room, the hole's in the middle of a room, and there's no walls. So that's not going to help me. So I need to practice. That's what I need to do. All right. We're going for 20 seconds now, guys. I like exercising in the UK. Okay, that's great, Noah. So obviously you're a runner. I used to run and I used to play a lot of tennis. That's why I've got a shitty knee now. So just word of warning, if you do a lot of running, it does fuck up your knee, just saying. Okay, the guy with the with the radio just went past again. I think maybe that's the key too. Stretch before I need to pee and poo. I also dance. Oh, you dance? Oh my God, Noah, we're going to be friends. Guess what Wednesday is? Today is Wednesday. And tonight is Dancing with Dora Wednesday. So there's going to be a short tonight with some wacky dance. I love that you dance, Noah. Tell us how you dance. I mean, I dance for shits and giggles because, it's funny. All right, we're going for 20 seconds, guys. Let's do this. I'm stretched. I mean, this is not realistic. When you got to go, you got to go. But let's go with this. 20 seconds without a stick. I'm perspiring so much. That took a lot out of me. I had to go to meditation then. I hit 11 seconds and I went, oh my God, I'm going to fall over. And if I was in the middle of a number 2, you got to dig deep. Okay, I need to go to a physiotherapist. That's where I need to go. Crap. Can you imagine the conversation I have with the physiotherapist? So, physiotherapist, his name's Fabian. Hey, Fabian, guess what? I'm going to Africa. Guess what, Fabian? You need to teach me how to squat because I need to do number 2 in Africa and I don't want to fall in a hole. That's exactly what I'm going to say. So don't say you don't come to my my channel and don't find interesting conversations, guys. Sure, that was a pretty good one for you. My gosh, guys, absolutely magic day. And oh my gosh, today would have been beautiful to go for a quick swim. Oh my gosh, that is absolutely beautiful. So guys, a little while ago I talked about well, funnily enough, I got sent my first product to review. Now, our lovely Debbie Sue used to be a product reviewer. Maybe she can give me some tips. So it does involve swimming. And it's winter here in Australia. But today is the day, or the kind of weather is the day that I could actually use the product that someone sent me to review. So I won't do it on a live stream, but I think, crap, if I'd thought about it, I would have done it today. Because today I have a little bit more time. Actually, I might do it Friday. Hopefully the weather is like this on Friday. Absolutely beautiful. How's the water?
Not too bad.
It looks lovely.
It looks nice, but that's about where it is.
He's saying it's very cold. I mean, yeah, I could say it's all right. My feet are cold. There'd be a lot of screaming. But you know, it's kind of exciting that I got my first product to review. Okay, we've got some new people in the chat. Hi, Puppy Lover. Who's Puppy Lover? Oh, hi, Puppy Lover. Hi, Dora and friends. Hi, Puppy Lover. Where are you from? Well, you just missed one of our friends, Susan. Susan from High Country Homestead. She's just gone to take her dog outside because she's just got literally a couple week old. No, she's probably about a 12-week-old golden retriever, Jasper. He's so goddamn gorgeous. So, what kind of puppies do you have? Out of curiosity, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say border collies. Do you have border collies? I'm just putting it out there. And we have Wayne. We've got Fabric Studio. Hey Wayne, how you going, mate? Welcome to winter in Australia, Wayne. Isn't this absolutely stunning? We have a guy swimming. I just said that if I had thought about it a little bit more, I would have went for a quick dip and I would have tested out a new product that I got sent to be reviewed. So funny. That sounds so stupid. But anyway, that's where we go. It's not a kayak. It's not a kayak, Nicholas. It's definitely not a kayak. But if someone wants to send me a kayak to review, sure, go for it. I'll review it. Be great weather to go kayaking right now. Look at this, guys. Can you imagine kayaking right now? I would call in sick today to go kayaking. Unfortunately, I don't have sick days because I work for myself. But, you know, this is the kind of day that you would call in sick, personally. I'm a big believer in taking sick days because they're like mental health days. I really should practice what I preach, though. Even though I'm self-employed, I should still take a sick day if I need a sick day. Like, you know, I call them mental health days because, like, this would be great for my mental health today to go kayaking. So, Nicholas, you've put something in my brain now. I actually don't have a kayak, though. So that's a little issue. And normally Mel had a kayak, but she sold hers. So I actually wouldn't be able to access a kayak in a hurry today. And you can guess that tomorrow's weather won't be like this. If Friday's weather's like this, I should go buy a kayak. No, Dora, because you're saving to go to Africa. And now you just realise you actually need to go to a physiotherapist. So that goes the money for the kayak, guys. Sorry, no kayaking for Dora. You've been gifted some footwear, Kirsty, but decline as we don't feel comfortable doing it. Yeah, I get that too. This product is a little weird. I'm going to be honest. It is a little weird, but it kind of goes with my weirdness, if you know what I mean. It's not like, you know, irrelevant, but you're right. Like, if the shoes don't match like what you do, and, you know, let's do a bit of a shout out here. Hearts Humble Homestead, based in the UK, Dean and Kirsty what they show us is how to be more sustainable, I guess, and to save money and to be, you know, to live well. I'm not explaining it very well, am I? Well, how do I explain Kirsty and Dean? Because I love the value that you guys put on your channel. You're teaching us how to do, use staples out of your cupboard to make everything. Like, you're not going to need their channel to learn how to microwave your food. That's definitely what they don't do. And I think the world is definitely going to the microwavable food, sadly. So if you go to Kirsty's channel and Dean's, Hearts Humble Homestead, you're going to learn more about the old ways, the healthy ways, the cheaper ways to actually make some food out of wholesome foods, right? Products that you can got in your pantry, which most people don't have that set up, just saying. But it's a really good reminder that we actually don't need to go out to the shop to get caster sugar, that you can actually make caster sugar. I had no idea. And what's another thing you were making the other day? Golden syrup or something like that. And I was like, oh, shit, really? Like, I've been very, very surprised about all the things I've learnt from watching Dean and Kirsty. And they grow their own vegetables, chemically free. They were teaching us how to use veggie stock. So when you get rid of all your offcuts of veggies, chuck them in a freezer bag, put them in the freezer. When you've got enough, you make a vegetable stock, then you dehydrate it, and then you've got vegetables powder stock. Oh, it was amazing. I thought that was amazing. They have chickens. I love their channel, just saying. Now, why was I talking about that? I can't remember now. I'm off on a rant. Oh, because the footwear might not actually sound like, if the footwear's like exercise clothes, exercise shoes, that might not exactly go well. I mean, technically it is exercise when you garden, so technically, but depends on what kind of shoes, right? And I get why you would decline. I've had people say, oh, you know, do you want to? Well, actually, they're the scammy ones that say they want to send you jewelry, but you've got to pay the cost of the delivery, and the delivery is like $30. They're stupid. They're scammy ones. But like, why would I be doing jewelry on my channel? I'm not going to the toilet, guys. I'm washing my feet, just to be clear, considering I was just talking about going to the toilet before. Well, guys, this is where I'm going to leave you. Looking at this beautiful sunrise. Well, sunrise has completely risen. What an absolutely phenomenal day here in southeast Queensland. This is why I live here, guys. These are the days that makes winter so bearable. So bearable. So I'm off to work today. I've got a half an hour later start, which is great because yesterday I had to start half an hour early, which ruins my routine, guys. Just saying. So thanks for joining me today. Thanks for the advice around, squats and having to go to the toilet in Africa. Station. You're probably lucky. Paddleboard. Nicholas is trying to guess the product. The whole idea is for you guys to. Oops. Oh, I'm back. Someone's got here. El Kermit. Last I went to the beach, a seagull stole my sandwich. I'm from Australia. You're from Australia, puppy lover. I have 3 sausage dogs. Oh, cool. My sister has a sausage dog, and my auntie has a sausage dog. My sister's my half sister, and I call her mum my auntie. So yeah, they have 2 sausage dogs. Cool. They are the coolest animals. Coolest animals. We're talking about dachshunds, guys. Oh, cool. Wow. Nice to meet you, puppy lover, from Australia. Welcome. G'day, mate. We've got a few Australians to the house. We've got Nicholas from Victoria, and we had Susan from Victoria. Which state are you from, puppy lover? Noah's got 2 dogs in London. Dora, Dora's going to ride a paddleboard. Nicholas, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Otherwise, what is the use? Like, the whole idea of doing a collab is to get people to watch the video. So you got to stay tuned for that one. You got roof racks. Private health pays for chiropractic. Yes, I have got private health. I wouldn't go to a chiropractor. I need to go to a physiotherapist. But the problem is it still costs you money to go to a physiotherapist. It's not free. Even if you got private healthcare, it's ridiculous. I mean, technically, I could go to the doctor and get a referral to the hospital, but I'd have to wait a month to get to the hospital. And then, there goes a month of, practice. So I need to do something this week. Action, action, action. So I am going to action that this week. I'm going to ring the therapist this week. I mean, I have to go once or twice, and then they'll give me the exercises. So I just need the exercises, right? Like, because I'm not a doctor, and YouTube is not a doctor. Like, people just go to YouTube and go, oh, I've got this something wrong with me. What do I do? And ChatGPT is not our doctor. Go to the source, right? Or, physiotherapists know the exercises. So guys, pinch and a punch for the last day of the month. Can't get me back pinch and punch for the first day of the month. Can't get me back to the end of the month. I need to go home and do that to Diego, because I did forget to do it this morning. He forgot to do it this morning. So by now he's known it's the 1st of July, and he's going to be, as soon as I get out of the car, he's going to be running to the car to punch me. Okay, it's called abuse. Okay, guys, I'm just joking, guys. Are you okay? Okay, I'm okay. How are you? Okay, I'm fine. Thank you so much, Dora. You make us sound great. Well, you are fucking great, Kirsty. You are fucking amazing. Sorry to swear, but I use fucking because you've got to go up in the level. Like, in Australia, we swear, okay? I know a lot of people don't like swearing, okay? But I'm Australian. This is my channel, and I'm an Australian channel, so I swear. Kirsty and Dean are fucking amazing. They do amazing things. They have taught me so much without even knowing it. So I love them. What? Puppy Lover says Lavender is in hospital again. Okay, so Puppy Lover is friends of Lavender. Ah, what's wrong with Lavender? Kirsty and Dean are legendary. They are. They are. They are good. Puppy Lover. Oh, she's with mates and got a fish hook deep in her head. Oh God, how do you get a fish hook deep in your head?
bashing it on their channel. I don't know what that means. Wow, Dora, you drive a car. Yep. Send her our love. Yep, send her our love. Don't live with Lavender anymore. Are you related to Lavender? Are you Rose? Are you Liam? Dora, thanks. Dora, thanks, Dora. Ask about Lavender. What does that mean? Okay, guys, I'm going to go. So you guys can say goodbye to each other. I need to get home and have some breakfast. And I actually need to have a shower, guys. I am sweating from all those squats. So, guys, can you do me a favour? Can you ask me on my next live stream, have you done anything about the physiotherapist? You've got to keep me accountable, guys. I need to go to the physiotherapist. I need to figure out how to do a good squat for more than 20 seconds, okay? Because to be graphic, you know, you normally go to the toilet more than 20 seconds, just saying, okay? But I need to be graphic. So anyway, these are my small world problems. I know that the world is full of way more problems, and even people in these chats might actually be dealing with something way more important than me talking about having to figure out how to squat. I understand, okay? I understand. So I do hope that, you know, individually, if we're all dealing with something like Lavender's got a hook in her head, that's not great. That will probably get a bit of tetanus or something like that. That, you know, I hope that today is amazing and that whatever's going on in our lives, that there's hope and that things do get better. If there is an illness, I do hope that it passes and that things do get a little bit better for you. I could even be talking to myself, right? I hope things get a little bit better for you, Dora. Thanks, Dora. Okay, guys, say goodbye to each other's. When I get home, I will turn my live stream off, but I'm driving, so I can't touch the phone, and I'm not even looking at the chat, guys. It was nice to meet some new people here today, like Noah in UK. Hope to see you again. And I do hope that you did put a comment on one of my videos so I can check out your videos. Like you said, you've got three channels. That's interesting in itself. We didn't see our mum this morning, guys. I have to go home, I have to ring mum. This is the new age now. I just get to say, hi, mum, instead of calling my mum. Now, the upside about right now, it's school holidays here in Australia, guys. So that means the roads are a lot easier. So even though I've got a half an hour drive to get to work this morning, that drive will only take me about 20 minutes. Will Dora leave only 20 minutes before I need to get to that place? Probably. That is bad, Dora. You should still leave at the same time. Just because of school holidays doesn't mean that you'll get a clean run to get to work. Whoops. Don't touch the phone, Dora. Don't touch the phone. That is bad. I'd get $1,000 fine for that, and like 5 points. Oh my God, Diego's not home, guys. This is not good. Diego's not home. I can't do the pinch and the punch thing. Crap. Okay. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna ring Diego when I get off this phone and say, oh, where are you? Because, you know, I love him and all that. I need to know when he's coming home, because that way, the pinch and the punch thing only works in the morning of the first of the month, right? It doesn't have the same power if you do the pinch and the punch at the end of the day, like the afternoon. It just doesn't have the same power. So guys, thanks for joining. Really nice to meet some new people. Really nice to see my old friends, my friends, my normal friends. Thank you. I do hope Lavender's okay. I miss Lavender because she's in hospital and I don't live with her anymore. I do send my love to Lavender. Okay, bye guys.